Chris is here today to ask us, does your competition know more about your customers than you do? Please help give a warm welcome to Chris Stiehl.
Thank you, Henry. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm going to talk to you about your customers, which is something I hope you know a lot about. But I'm also hoping I can convince you that you may not know as much as you think you know. Let's start by playing a game. Everybody want to play a game?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Let's suppose that you and your significant other own a movie theater. It's a small town movie theater. This is a real world example, by the way. And it's got maybe 1 or 2 screens, little small town. And if you've ever owned a small business like this, you know it's like being married to an infant. You just never stop thinking about it. So you're going away to Europe. You're going to spend a week in Europe, and you leave your brother-in-law in charge back home. And the question is, what information would you want him to send you to know that the business was running well? What would you want to know? What would you want to know? Ticket sales, all right? Would you want to know that by movie?
Sure, and by day.
What else would you want to know?
Gross revenue.
Concessions, concession sales, gross revenue, so that would probably be a total here. What else?
Well, I want to be sure that the staff showed up.
All right, so staff issues. Did everybody come to work on time?
Any building issues?
Help me.
Anything that may have happened, anything from vandalism to...
Water leaks and,
water leaks,
yeah, all right. So building issues. This is a good list. You kind of get the drift of this example, right? These are things that you're basically getting a one-page fax over in Europe, so you can't have, their life history, but you just want to know how the business is running. All right, let's continue the game, and let's say that it's now Friday night, and you no longer own the movie theater. You are now a customer. You're sitting at dinner with your significant other. You've agreed on a movie. In my house, that would be a major miracle. It would be an Arnold Schwarzenegger romantic comedy. True Lies was the best movie for my marriage. True Lies was perfect. So you've agreed on a movie. You're trying to decide which movie theater to go to. And there's 2 theaters that are showing the movie. Start time isn't an issue. The price of entry is about the same. The distance to the theaters is about the same. What are the things that would help you decide which theater to go to?
Whichever one's closest.
Well, if they're the same distance.
Which other one's cleaner?
Cleaner? Help me. What's important about?
I don't like sticky floors.
All right, so sticky floors. What else?
Comfortable seats.
Comfortable seats. What does that mean?
Soft.
Cup holders. Some people call it stadium seating.
Quality of their concessions.
Okay.
Quality of staff.
Help me with that.
Staff can be rude, not helpful.
Previous experience.
Okay.
They're not all wearing nose rings.
Okay.
Popularity is the theater. In other words, am I going to have to stand in line?
Ah, so you want to go where the crowd isn't, huh? It's like Yogi Berra used to say, nobody goes there, it's too crowded. All right, this appears to be an easier list for you guys. Is that true? Now, here's my question. Why don't the lists agree? Look at what the business is measuring. See what the business is measuring? Think about it. They all look backward in time. They're all bottom line oriented. Look at how the customer's voting with their feet and with their wallet. Are any of those things being measured by the business?
No.
No. And what I would contend is, remember I said the first list was a good list. It's not a bad list. But what's wrong in most cases is the companies are not measuring things that are customer oriented. They don't have good predictive customer metrics. In this instance, the movie theater that I did this work for was competing with a mega mall theater with 20 screens. And he was saying, how can I win? How can I beat these guys? And when I first went in to visit this theater, I noticed a 16-year-old freckle-faced kid with a bag of popcorn as big as he was at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in a huge plexiglass bin. He's dumping all this pre-popped popcorn into the plexiglass bin, okay? And that popcorn by 8 o'clock at night is what? Stale, doesn't taste very good. It may be hot and you can bury it in butter, but that's about it. So what we did was we said, all right, concession quality is an issue. That's something that people use to decide where they're going to the movies. So we decided that he was going to be known for the freshest popcorn in town, that he was going to pop fresh popcorn. So this is the model, the voice of the customer model that I try to pitch to my clients and get them to use. So the voice in this case was what? Fresh popcorn. Okay? That was the voice of the customer. That's how I'm making my decision. We had to develop a predictive internal metric, not a survey question, internal metric on fresh popcorn. How would you know the popcorn was fresh?
See it being popped.
You just popped it, exactly. So instead of buying this big bag of pre-popped popcorn, I said, throw that away, throw away the big plexiglass bin, buy a little popper and a little bin, and pop popcorn continuously. And we figured out with a little bit of research that 20 minutes in a warm container made the popcorn stay fresh. You know, that if it was 20 minutes old, you should throw it out and start over. So he started popping popcorn continuously in this movie theater. So what happened? He threw away less popcorn and his attendance went up, because everybody who walked in the theater said, oh, honey, I smell fresh popcorn. I can see it. I can hear it. Let's go get some popcorn. So all of a sudden, he had something that was a significant differentiator between himself and his competition. And of course, you can do a survey, and you can say, my popcorn is great, my competitors isn't as good. I would contend that the survey, any survey, should just be verification that your internal metrics are telling you the right stuff. That's what I try to coach my clients, is that your internal metrics should predict survey results. So if all of these are connected, then you pick your process improvements based on the outcome of the other three. So this is an example of the voice of the customer process.